for Billboard Battalion. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of September 2024. And we're currently just on the Victorian side of Albury. We've come back from Canberra. We stayed in Canberra last night. And yesterday we attended the National Farmers Rally in Canberra there with a whole heap of other people, obviously. We went up on Monday and stayed overnight there. We were going to stay at the Epic Park there. However, we got talking to a number of the other truckies and so on at Yass, where we had a feed there and stayed at Yass because we were talking shop with a lot of the people. And one of the blokes who we met came across from WA to be there for the rally on Tuesday. So the purpose of today's live is just to give people a bit of a heads up that tomorrow, which will be Thursday the 12th, we'll do a much more comprehensive wrap-up of the rally at 1 p.m. Billboard Battalion will go live at 1 p.m. and we'll give people the real deal of what's happening and, give you the proper insights. We'll have an opportunity to review a lot of stuff and come up with some of the quotes and some of the things that happened, the different people that we saw, the reactions from many of the politicians and so on that we've seen, and also what we've got going on with regard to the National Farmers Federation and the blokes who were there on the day, and our take on exactly what's going on, what's happening, and how close that the people with the National Farmers Federation are aligned with the politicians. And we'll throw it up there, and we'll have a bit of a chat about the National Farmers Federation, and I always talk about the state ones as well, VFF in particular, because I know a lot about that. I was part of that. So what we're going to look at is, for example, the National Farmers Federation. Are they actually there to fight for our farmers, or are they actually too closely aligned with politicians? Are they there to represent our agricultural industry, or are they there for nothing else than to provide a publicity platform for the politicians and the political parties, particularly the coalition? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's the deal, and we really need to see these people stand up and fight for our farmers, for our agriculture, and for our country. And for my money, they're not doing that. They never, ever have. And that's what we're seeing. It's a bit of a sideshow. So we'll prosecute this a lot closer, tell you about some of the things that we saw in Canberra yesterday, and bring the other side of the story, which is the real side. We've seen a lot of padding and so on, and all the great comments, which are terrific, and you'd expect nothing else. But we need to get very real if Australian farmers are going to be allowed to survive, and that is where we're at. So we had a bit of flack from a few people for attending the rally in Canberra, claiming that we're supporting the National Farmers Federation and so on, which we're certainly not, because they're not supporting us. But I think after tomorrow, anybody who thinks that Billboard Battalion is supporting the NFF, you're on drugs. There's something wrong with you. You're just not coherent. You're not right. Don't understand reality, and we'll sort that out pretty hard and fast. So therefore, you can't comment on something, or you can't have a position if you don't actually turn up, or if you don't actually pay attention, or you can't report on the situation if you're not there. So, I know we've got one comment from a bloke who said he's watched a lot of videos. Well, perhaps, maybe do a bit more than just watching videos and criticising what Billboard Battalion are doing, because there's a hell of a lot of people who seem to support us and appreciate what we're doing. So maybe, get off the lounge chair, get off the keyboard, and get out and amongst it. Have a bit of a crack, because this is your country too. And if you're beaten, if you're done, you're cooked, it's over for you, then that's very, very sad. But at the end of the day, get in the fight. Just whatever you're doing, get in the fight. If you've got kids, you've got grandkids, you care about their futures, get in the fight. So on that note, we'll leave it until 1 p.m. tomorrow, which will be Thursday, the 12th of September 2024, when we'll have a bit of a crack at this, and we'll lay it on the line, and we'll soon see who's who in the zoo and what's going on, who's being represented, who's selling who out, and whether or not they're actually looking after the farmers or they're just supporting